Alright guys, I think this is one of the more important videos I've done all year, and I want to talk about it because I've recently, I just went through today and had a little bit of a, not even a fight, just a disagreement. I don't even know if you call it that. It's just stupidity from other people, and including myself. I was kind of stupid in the way I handled it. I kind of just read him off and didn't pay much attention to it. But I want to go over how to pick up certain blitzes. And the reason I want to do this is because recently in my online franchise game, I had to go through and kind of prove that I was not nanoing or I was not glitching the game. And I want to talk to you about what a nano is and what a nano isn't. And I want to talk also about how to pick up my blitzes, because I don't run nanos. I don't even know how. The only person I know that knows how to really truly run a nano that you really can't pick up, you kind of just have to dot it, is Rdikes. And what it is basically, it's just a user rush, and that's what a nano, that's basically what it is. But it still leaves you vulnerable to other aspects. And real quick, I'm just going to pick a playbook I want to practice on later on in the day, but I'm actually going to go over Houston playbook, and then I want to get what defense do I want. 1-3-4 San Diego. San Diego's best 3-4 defensive game. But I just want to go over this, and I want to talk about why it works, why certain things work, why certain things don't in this game, and just the way the game plays and how to make the game play the way you want it to play. So, first off, I'm going to talk about my favorite blitz in the game, and that is an A-gap blitz from 2 deep, sending sometimes 2, but most of the time 3 people. It's technically 2, but the contain makes it 3, so it's just kind of what you want to write it out as. But basically all we're going to do is we're going to come out in a 4-3 play. It doesn't really matter what. It's just a 4-3 base defense. I don't run out of 4-4. I just will go into it. So I'll go into 4-4 2 deep. Baseline press, spread line, and then I'll put Wilson in a flat. I'll put Raji in a spy, and I'll purple Perry, and then I'll put Woodson in a deep blue. And then I'll get on this middle linebacker, and I'll re-blitz this Burnett dude. And as you see how he comes right up the A-gap untouched. No competition. Okay, so let's look at the replay here, and let's tell you why he goes right up the center. See how the center kind of looks at him, but he doesn't really have the proper angle. For whatever reason, it's just a blitz that is very effective in this game. But there are certainly ways to pick up this blitz, and here's the first way to pick it up is the version I use on every single play. And this is a slide protection technique, and all you're going to do is this. You're going to slide your line to the right. That's all you're going to do. Okay, so you see I'm sliding the line to the right. You see how they're kind of flaring to the right? So basically, what's going to happen is he'll get picked up on this play. Slide the line to the right. You see how he gets picked up, but he still gets upfield quick for a decent block shed sack. But he's not an initial initial problem. You have a chance to get the pass off. Same blitz setup. It was the same look I showed you guys, but the blitz worked differently. And that was because of the way I slid the line. Now, another method that people use is, here's the problem with the first method I gave you. The problem with the first method I gave you is if I run an A-gap blitz to the left side of the field and I'm sliding to the right side of the field, what happens is I can now A-gap you to the left. So I'll be blocking the right line to the right like I showed you at first. And you'll see here I'll get pressure off the left side, a lot more in deep, kind of in your face. And most of the time I'll also get an A-gap pressure from Raji on this. Let me try one more time. So this is the look I give. As you see, we kind of get the B-gap, A-gap kind of thing. It's quick pressure off the left side. So in order to negate both sides A-gaps, so an A-gap right, I'll show you first. All you have to do is this. All you have to do is block line aggressive, like so. And it makes the center slide over to the right to pick up that defensive tackle. Now, granted, it does not pick up edge pressure, but it picks up every A-gap blitz in the game, meaning they will have to rush more than 3 guys at your quarterback to get instant heat. But, however, when you do that, it will leave you open to blitzes such as this, where I'm just going to re-blitz the DT. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to spy Wilson, contain Raji, re-blitz this guy, re-blitz this guy, and then Burnett should come off the edge clean. And as you see, the dude will slide over eventually, but he's basically already there. And now if I aggressive, it's not going to pick that up. So what's going to happen is I should get pressure off the right side and see here I'm blocking line aggressive, and but it still does not pick up the edge pressure. So that tactic does not pick up edge pressure. What does pick up edge pressure more times than not is sliding to the right, which is why I use that tactic personally. And you'll see the center will slide over, pick up the tackle, and as you see, there's a chance that tackle could pick up that dude. It doesn't always happen, but more times than not it will happen. Trust me, I've labbed it. I know it works more times than not. As you'll see here, you see how again it gets over there, and that time he picked it up. So now the pressure doesn't come in. Now if you want to send it, but however, if I do that, I do the slide protection, but I'm going to come off the left side this time. Now all I'm going to do is set up my standard blitz where I'm coming off the left, and I'm blocking to the right. It's not going to pick up that side. You see he'll slide over like he did in the first, but it's not going to pick it up in full. But what it will pick up is it will pick it up if you do a slide line to the left. Because the blitz is coming left, you slide your line to the left, there's a chance you can pick up that blitz. Sometimes you don't, but sometimes you do. More times than not, you don't, but there's that chance. What I recommend, if you want to pick up a blitz, then go ahead and block a dude like Jermichael Finley here and slide, slide line opposite of him, and you'll pick up every blitz in the game, unless it's an A gap and it's coming from the opposite side you slid. So what you could do is this is a standard pass protection I would say, is you could aggressive your line and block one guy. If you do this, you're going to pick up one side pressure. You won't pick up both sides, but if I send it from one side, if I'm only sending 5, so I'm only sending 5 this time, so I'm going to get one dude free. If I just block Finley and slide line left, say it's coming from the left, then it should pick up that blitz. And as you see, it does pick up that blitz for the most part. You have time to get rid of the ball. It's not instant pressure. Now, there are certain blitzes that are not able to be picked up by just blocking a dude. For example, I'm going to block Finley here, but you'll see the pressure will still come in. And as you see, we get pressure right at the middle, coming hot. And that's what I call the best blitz in the game, because what has to happen to pick this up is you not only have to block Finley, but you also have to block Cobb. But as you see, I'm blitzing 6 people at the quarterback. I'm basically leaving the flats wide open. So as you see, I have time to get rid of the ball, I have time to throw the ball, and one more time here. So what I would do in this case, I would aggressive and then I would block both guys there. So basically, say you were in something like this. You're in this text and Y drag, you would block the running back and a tight end, and you'd slide protect aggressive. So you block both tight ends, slide protect aggressive, and you swing out the running back, because you know the flats aren't going to be covered. So you pick up the blitz, you have time to throw the ball, you get the ball to the flats for about 10 yards. And that's the chess match I play. Because what happens is, I have blitzes that will work. For example, this blitz here from cover 6 will get in. I'm going to get a in free, but you have time to throw the ball, you have time to get rid of it. You just have to read the pressure. So that's where the chess match comes in. That's why blitzes work so well this year. But if you guys are really struggling with picking up A-gap blitzes, as this one from 4-3 Stack, Sam 3 Fire, one of the better ones in the game. But if you have trouble picking up this blitz, I'm telling you right now, all you have to do is block line aggressive. When you do that, the center will slide over every single time. But the problem is, if you do that, if you're willing to slide protect aggressive, then watch this. I'm going to blitz 3 people. So I'm just going to zone these dudes over here on the left, and I'm going to slide protect aggressive. You see how it doesn't matter. At that point, I have the quarterback with 3 people. You leave yourself, whatever you do, you leave yourself vulnerable. That's why it's a chess match game, guys. I mean, seriously, that's why this game is such a chess match, is because in the event that you slide protect aggressive, then I can blitz you with 3 people. But if you know that if you know that I'm going to run, so if I line up in this 2 deep play, so the alignment looks just like a 2 deep play, then immediately you know that I like 2 deep. I like the 4-4 A gap out of 2 deep. So I'm going to slide protect aggressive to pick up both A gap pressures and force you to bring edge pressure. It's all about a chess match. You're never going to pick up every blitz in the game with one standard blocking scheme. I showed you that by power block. The only thing that you can do is you can do this. You can block Finley, you can block Cobb, and you can aggressive, and then you could motion Cobb over. And in that event, you'll pick up every blitz in the game. But now, if you only have 3 people out on routes, and so now you're forcing yourself to be working with less receivers. That's the chess match that is this game. That's why I love this game. But I'm telling you guys right now, if you do not know how to pick up blitzes, this is basically all you have to do to pick them up. The chess match comes whenever you know how to pick up a blitz, but you still don't. So, but anywho, enough of that. And I'll have a scheme of the week coming up as soon as Vegas. This has been the weekend of Madden Challenge of Vegas, so I haven't bothered to get involved with putting up a scheme this weekend because I didn't want to just, I didn't want to. They were at Vegas. There was no really point to do it. At least I didn't think so. So I just didn't worry about it. I felt like, out of respect to them going, I would not worry about it. So I'm actually going to get that up next week. And I'll have 2 next week. I'll have 2 schemes go up. So I have my West Coast 3-4 scheme, and I'll have the Arizona spread scheme with the 4-4 defense. So that way you can have a little insight to my 2 favorites. So, but this has been the basics and of blitz pickups, and hopefully we'll get the AFC divisional round going on as soon as I advance. I appreciate you guys checking out. Thanks, and have a good